Welcome back, and now time to take a look at what's on the front page of our local dailies. But before them, let me introduce our guest in studio. Let me introduce my guest with me. I have Newton Khamasi, who is the Democratic Party spokesperson. Welcome to the program, Newton.
Thank you very much.
As well as Honorable Joshua Mwalyo, who is Mbithi, all right, who is a member of parliament of Masinga Constituency. Karibu sana to the show, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much.
I will be engaging them shortly on Iron Politics, but before then, let me take to the front page of what I have on the local dailies here. On the front page of the local daily, I have Daily Nation. On the front page, inside the Yala killing fields, a nation investigation reveals uncomfortable truth about the identities of dozens of young men killed and dumped in a river in Siaya, that is Siaya County, including their shared criminal past and how the common thread of death by strangulation to a ruthless execution squad. Could this journey be into the underworld reveal their killers? That's what's on the front page of the Daily Nation. Again, on the front page, Kipchoge, Kosgei rule in Tokyo, Eliud and Bridget break marathon course records in the men's and women's races respectively. Briefly there, as a study shows Kenya Maasai giraffes on verge of extinction, we have to protect our conservation and our wildlife. Battle of the Peters. We have got Jubilee wrangles over Raila deputy. Who is going to be the running mate? We'll be engaging Honorable Kidogo just to tell us on how the politics is shaping in the political arena. And on the back page here, KCPE kicks off as insecurity talks candidates in Baringo and Isiolo. It said that over 1.2 million candidates begin their Kenya certificate of primary education. That is their KCPE today, this morning. That's an increase in numbers. That's 2.75% increase in numbers of KCPE candidates compared to those who sat the 2020 exam. Mheshimiwa, let me just bring you in at this particular point. This examination comes at a time when the country actually faced a different kind of calendar in the education because of the corona pandemic. What's your take on that? And of course, as a parent as well.
I think, thank you very much. The take is that things are not normal, and they have not been for a few years now, maybe 2 years. And that is why the calendar changed. Now, the exam is coming.
Yes.
In the mid-March and part of April, and it has never been that way. But you see, these are not the normal times that you have been. Then the calendar changed so that we can catch up with the normal calendar. And that is why we are doing the exam, and Form 1 is starting in April again. Yes. Which has never been. So, looking at what is happening, the ministry is trying to catch up with the normal calendar, because by next year, January will be, Form 1 will also be...
the resumption of the normal education calendar.
Yes. We will assume the normal calendar of learning. So, it's okay, because you have to adjust with whatever is current. Yes. And because of the pandemic, we have no choice.
But let me ask you, some parts of Baringo, Kerio Valley and what have you, they have been facing a lot of insecurity challenges. As National Assembly, you have all the mandate to, to give your signature and your nod, and everything should be taking place. In fact, people have been calling on the deployment of the military. Why is it not taking place? Because why?
You cannot take the military to the people. It's not very comfortable thing to do.
It has to go through the parliament.
It has to go through the parliament, and, and even if it comes to the parliament, it will not pass, because we cannot allow. Military are not. They are trained to to prevent the war and to fight also. So the normal police, the regular police are able to contain the insecurity. If they are able to contain the insecurity, why the military? So it cannot be allowed to happen. Military is allowed in Somalia, but not within the country itself. The extreme that can go is that the JCU can be allowed.
Yes.
But not the military. Yes.
Okay. Newton, at this particular point, again, let me also rope you in. Students are kicking off their examination. It can also remind us way back in the days, almost all of us went through the process. Perhaps your chance to, you know, wish them well as well.
Sure, thanks so much. And mine, on behalf of the Democratic Party and our presidential candidates, we wish all the candidates who are sitting their national exams today.
Yes.
I know it has been a tough season. It has been a tough period for them as our young kids and children. We wish them nothing but the best as they sit for these exams. We have had them having a very tough time when it came to last year, COVID, and then we had a series of schools burning down and all those cases. So from where we sit, we wish you guys all the best. Know that nothing is impossible. Go for it, be determined, and everything is going to be fine.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. On the front page of the Standard here, tight contest reverses roles for Raila and Ruto. When ODM leader was in opposition, he complained about rigging while Ruto defended the results. Now the shoe is on the other foot. The Ruto of today sounds like the Raila of yesterday. Newton, the front page tells of a different picture, and we can also reflect what the Deputy President said while he's on the tour of the US.
Yes.
The rigging claims. Yes. So the shoe is on another foot altogether.
Okay, on that one, basically, what I will say from where I sit is, one, you know, as a country, we are used to passing laws that sometimes are not favorable to the other side. When you are inside the house, you throw stones, forgetting that someday you will be somewhere and stones will be thrown at you.
Yes.
Whatever His Excellency William Ruto is talking about is really a serious concern, because as all politicians in this country, those who are seeking elective politics, elective positions, of a free and fair election process. Failure to that, we are going to see a country of chaos that we will not wish to go back to. So from where we sit, we see it's a concern, and the relevant bodies are supposed to come out strongly and assure all Kenyans that when it comes to August 9th, you will cast your vote and your vote will count, and nothing is going to interfere with that process. Because the moment we have interference, because William Ruto is not a small boy from a village in Sugoi to just come and claim put such claims, especially from the United States. I wish he made those statements here, because this is our democracy.
He has been making them
while
platforms.
While here, the funny thing about him, while here, he was making comments that nobody can steal his elections. He was so blatantly comfortable that he's going to ensure that his votes are protected. But you see, voter protection is not his mandate. He's just a candidate for election like any other person.
Yes.
So there are bodies that are put in place, like IBC, the police service, who are supposed to assure all aspirants, not only the deputy president, but even Justin Muturi, who is vying on Democratic Party, he needs to be assured of safety of his votes. Because come August, the person who will have more votes is the person who is going to be declared. Let's say if they vote for me as Newton Khamasi, and at the end of the day,
50% plus one.
Exactly. So you see, the plus one is so critical. You remember back in 2013, the president won with very few votes, almost 8,000. You see, if someone cannot assure you of protection, one vote can be very critical. Because I remember back here in campus, when we used to do the student politics, you find you're winning with one vote. One single vote, and it makes a difference. So if it comes to a state of where a country, we are not assured of that security of the vote that we are casting, then it's something that as a country we need to be worried about. But I believe the relevant bodies are prepared with
and of course, IBC Chair Fletcher Bukati said that he's going to investigate the DP's claims while he's on his tour.
But again, as Chebukati does that, you know, this country we are subjected to investigations without no results.
That is the procedure. Then
you see, yes, but every procedure has to have an end. We can't just be moving around left, right, and center saying, "Oh, we are doing investigation." So if he does the investigation until 2023,
and there's no conclusion,
and the elections is happening in the next 5 months, what happens? We are going into an election without certainty.
All right.
Yes.
Mheshimiwa, tight contest reverses roles for Raila and Ruto now.
Yeah, you see there is a day for everybody. And this is the day for Ruto now.
Yes.
Because he has been on the other side, whereby he has always thought he is the winner. But now things are changing. The tide is now changing.
Yeah.
So he has to keep on crying so that you can tighten the stealing of the votes. But there is no stealing. It's just a cry to be able to seek some sympathy votes so that people can sympathize on him. But this is not the time to cry that. It is time to campaign and make sure that you win with the landslide, so that no votes can be stolen, right?
Yes.
So I think these are just allegations which are baseless. We are still very far. Who has started planning to steal at this point? There's nobody.
But Mheshimiwa, that's what usually happens.
My presidential candidate, Kalonzo Musyoka, His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, is not saying that the votes will be stolen, right? And he is in the race. So why should you keep on saying this as the DP? And he has been having the machinery, so he knows the system. So he is just crying because he is seeing things have now started catching up with him. You know, he was running alone for almost 8 years.
Yes.
When you play in a football field alone, there is no goalkeeper. So you keep on winning.
Yes.
Now it is the time the goalkeeper.
The other opponents have now come to the field.
The goalkeeper is there.
Okay.
Now, so he has to play his cards well and also to play his football very well.
You know, from the way the DP speaks, is like he's taking the position of an opposition leader, trying to pass it to the presidency, but then now one foot in, another one out, being pulled behind, because now with the claims of rigging, taking it to the US, you know, away from our country, and people would say, okay, why don't we just come back and address it here? We have got all the institutions. Exactly. IBC is fully funded. We have got parliament, you know, the DCIs and what have you. Put the claims here. But that one aside, we've not heard Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka so much on the issue of him being on the front line to contest.
You see, he has been. We endorsed him in the NDC. We endorsed him as our presidential candidate. And we have been campaigning. It's you who don't follow us. Because you think
no, we do.
Because you think that we are joining other people. So although we have been negotiating with others, but still is our presidential candidate until the day you say I am going to be in another coalition and then join forces with others. He is still our presidential candidate, and he has been campaigning. Recently we were in Lunga Lunga, we were in Mombasa, and I was there. So it's not a matter of beating your chest that you are in the field every day. There is a strategy that people win with, and the strategy is what our presidential candidate is trying to draw. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes, don't worry. We are there.
It's interesting because
even the Speaker of the National Assembly, who is the presidential candidate of DP, you have not seen him going, but he is in the presidential what?
No.
He is in the presidential race, although he has not been very active.
Newton is not agreeing.
That is far from the truth.
Right.
You see, you can't compare Kalonzo Musyoka with Justin Muturi. Honestly, for the few months that have gone by, we have seen Kalonzo Musyoka being a crybaby, as he has always been. He's not seriously contesting for the presidency. The candidates who are contesting for the presidency are clearly known. Kalonzo is busy. Yesterday, I happened to go through an agreement that Kalonzo entered into with the Azimio principles.
Yes.
That he just wants to be a deputy prime minister, not even a prime minister. So Mheshimiwa here is misguided by saying that Kalonzo Musyoka is on the ballot for the presidency, because the last time I checked, he's among the people who are still in a divorced marriage. Back in
can you confirm the authenticity of that document you're talking about?
No, it will come out. I'm just saying from where I sit, from our intelligence as a political party, it's an information that happened to come by.
Mheshimiwa, can you confirm
and
that?
very soon,
my friend here,
can you confirm that?
My friend here is not
something that
my friend here is not even a member.
Here in a media house,
is not even a member of Wiper. I have been a member of Wiper for long, and I can say that we have not been able to draw an agreement with Azimio up to now. We are still negotiating. Things are still on the table. Where you have read your deputy prime minister,
yes,
those are your own issues.
No,
our party leader has not told us anything, and he has said he is negotiating himself, and he's a negotiator. So
where did
there is no position at the moment for deputy prime minister, not even the prime minister.
That is what even,
because nothing has passed through the BBI
process.
Yeah?
Yes.
So what he is alleging is no here or there.
No, you see, lisemwalo lipo na kama halipo lingoje laja. We have had these conversations. The other day, Kalonzo Musyoka had already made his step into Azimio until they formed Azimio One Kenya Alliance. Only a day later, when his members of parliament from his region came and went against him and warned him that if he does this, it's going to cause a lot of repercussion, is when Kalonzo made a very quick U-turn. The other day he was in Uganda. What was he doing in Uganda? To be honest, Mheshimiwa, what was he doing in Uganda? Here we are discussing about national issues. You get me? And there are critical things.
You cannot leave the country when you are negotiating.
No, why would they go to negotiate as One Kenya Alliance with His Excellency Museveni from Uganda? They need to focus on issues of this country. Because honestly speaking, if you look at what is happening in Ukraine and Russia.
All right, just hold on, Newton. Allow me to take a break, because at the end of the day, we still need to interrogate further that claim of that position they're talking about, that the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka is trying to negotiate about, and much more in terms of looking at what's on our front page of our local dailies. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more.